Have you ever felt a quiet pull deep inside, like something greater is waiting for you, something just out of reach, but you can feel it calling anyway? That tug isn't just a passing thought. It's your life whispering the truth. You were meant for more. Maybe right now you're tired, frustrated, or stuck in routines that leave you wondering if this is all there is. And yet somewhere inside, a spark keeps flickering. That spark is not coincidence. It's a signal that the path you're walking is leading to something extraordinary. It may not look like wealth yet, not the kind measured in numbers or bank accounts, but it is wealth in its purest form, the potential to create, to grow, and to transform your life in ways you've only imagined. Imagine for a moment the life you've always dreamed of, the freedom to make choices without fear, the confidence to pursue your passions without hesitation, the peace of knowing you are fully capable of shaping your future. That life isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's waiting for the people who recognize the signs, the subtle nudges that most overlook. Every late night you spend studying, every moment you challenge yourself, every time you refuse to settle, your life is sending you a message. It's telling you that the energy you are putting in, the hunger you feel, the restless drive to do more is the foundation of the wealth you're meant to create. These signs are proof that you are not wandering aimlessly. You are already on the path. Right now, your mind may tell you to wait, to be patient, to settle for comfort and stability. But listen carefully. Comfort is the trap that keeps most people from ever reaching the life they desire. The signs you are seeing are not gentle suggestions. They are urgent whispers reminding you that your potential is alive, that it is time to pay attention, and that the journey toward wealth, true wealth, starts within you. The truth is, the wealth you seek will not arrive simply because you wish for it. It will come to those who see the signals, who respond with courage, and who step forward even when the next step is unclear. If you stay with this video until the end, you will not just recognize the signs anymore. You will understand them. You will learn how to respond to them in ways that set your life on fire, ways that turn small realizations into unstoppable momentum. You will discover the triggers, the habits, and the mindset that separate those who dream from those who achieve. By paying attention now, by noticing these signals, you are giving yourself a chance to act before the world convinces you to settle for less. This is your invitation to awaken. The quiet pull inside you is not a coincidence. The hunger you feel, the restlessness, the small moments of curiosity, they are all leading you to something bigger. They are proof that you are already on the path to wealth, a path that begins with awareness, courage, and the willingness to see opportunity where others see only routine. The reward is not just money, not just success. It is a life that feels alive, a life where your potential meets reality, and where you finally realize that wealth is not something to chase. It is something you are already moving toward, one sign at a time. That spark inside you, that restless pull towards something greater, is fueled by hunger, not the kind that leaves your stomach empty, but the kind that ignites your soul. It is the hunger to grow, to rise above limitations, to claim a life that feels undeniably yours. Most people are scared of this hunger. They try to numb it, distract themselves, convince themselves that settling is safer. But you feel it because your mind and heart are aligned with possibility. That yearning is not a flaw, it is a signal. It is proof that you refuse to accept the ordinary, that you are wired to push boundaries, and that you are ready to embrace the discomfort necessary to achieve extraordinary results. This hunger drives you to notice what others overlook. It makes you question, explore, and seek. You might feel a constant tension, a restless dissatisfaction, as if life is just asking for more from you. But that tension is not punishment. It is your inner compass, pointing toward growth, toward mastery, toward wealth in its fullest sense. Every time you feel frustrated by the limits around you, every time you are dissatisfied with your current reality, your mind is reminding you that you are capable of more, that you are destined to stretch beyond the ordinary and claim the life you deserve. The people who achieve wealth, in every sense, are those who feel this hunger and act on it. They do not wait for perfect timing, for external validation, or for a world that feels ready to give them what they want. They notice the spark, they cultivate it, and they channel it into relentless action. Science shows us that intrinsic motivation, the kind that comes from deep within, is far more powerful and lasting than any external reward. This hunger you feel is not fleeting. It is a resource, a driving force, a foundation you can build on every single day. You may feel doubt creeping in. You may wonder if this hunger is enough, if your small steps today will ever add up to something meaningful. But here is the truth. Hunger is the engine that fuels consistency. Every moment you resist the pull to settle, every decision to push a little further, every choice to invest in yourself is a building block. Wealth is not an accident. It is the outcome of relentless pursuit, of refusing to ignore the signals your mind and heart are sending. You are already equipped to respond to this hunger. You already possess the power to transform it into momentum, into confidence, into tangible results. Feel that fire burning inside right now, that unease, that restlessness, that desire for more. It is your ally, your guide, your proof that you are awake to opportunity while others sleep through life. When you embrace it, when you move with it, when you honor it with consistent action, the universe responds. The life you imagine, the freedom you crave, the influence and impact you dream of, these are all within reach because hunger does not lie. It always leads to growth. It always leads to progress. This hunger is your secret weapon, invisible to most but unmistakable to you. It separates those who are meant to rise from those who are meant to stay where they are. It is relentless, insistent, and deeply personal. It does not apologize and it does not wait. By recognizing it, by leaning into it, and by allowing it to guide every choice, you align yourself with the path of wealth, with the path of fulfillment, with the path of becoming exactly who you were meant to be. Every heartbeat that whispers, "I want more," is another sign you are moving in the right direction. You are already on the edge of transformation, and this hunger is the engine that will carry you forward. That hunger inside you thrives in tension, in challenge, in the moments when everything around you tells you to retreat. Growth does not happen in comfort, and the life you are meant to live does not come from staying safe or avoiding the unknown. Every time you resist fear, every time you step into what feels uncertain, your mind and body are rewiring themselves for strength, resilience, and courage. Discomfort is not a punishment. It is a signal that transformation is occurring. It is the invisible force shaping you into someone capable of achieving more than you once believed possible. Most people spend their lives chasing security, craving ease, and fearing the unknown. They avoid risk, suppress ambition, and convince themselves that staying in their lane is enough. But the signs you are seeing, the restlessness, the hunger, the spark inside, are evidence that you are not like most people. You feel the pull towards something greater because your mind is awake to potential, because your heart refuses to accept limitations, because your spirit knows there is more waiting for you. True wealth, freedom, influence, mastery, and fulfillment comes to those who are willing to sit with uncertainty, to move through resistance, and to embrace the tension that signals growth. Discomfort is the proving ground. It is where your character is forged, where courage becomes habit, where the weak give up and the relentless rise. Every time you feel fear, hesitation, or doubt creeping in, understand that these are not barriers. They are markers. They indicate that you are approaching the threshold of transformation, the edge where ordinary becomes extraordinary. The people who achieve what others dream of are not immune to fear. They are simply willing to move forward despite it. And so are you. Every moment you lean into the unknown, every risk you take, every step that challenges the limits you once accepted, you are strengthening the muscle of courage, building the bridge from desire to reality. This willingness to endure, to stretch beyond comfort, is one of the clearest signs that wealth is already finding its way to you. The mind interprets repeated challenges as signals to grow, as invitations to expand capacity. Each moment of tension becomes an opportunity, each obstacle a teacher, each failure a step closer to mastery. You are learning, adapting, and evolving in ways that cannot be rushed or skipped. The universe rewards persistence in the face of resistance, and the life you crave is waiting on the other side of that discomfort. Feel it now, the edge of your comfort zone pressing against your spirit. That pressure is not meant to hold you back. It is meant to propel you forward. When you recognize discomfort as the ally it truly is, you begin to move with clarity, purpose, and relentless determination. Fear transforms into fuel. Resistance becomes a compass. The tension you feel is proof that you are alive, awake, and moving toward wealth, not just in material terms, but in freedom, influence, and fulfillment. You are not meant to linger where life feels easy. You are meant to grow, to push, to embrace the unknown until it bends to your courage. Each step into discomfort is another signal confirming that you are on the path others only dream of. Every choice to act despite fear, to take the road less traveled, to endure when it would be easier to quit, strengthens your connection to the life you were destined to create. Discomfort is the doorway. Step through it and you step closer to everything you have ever imagined, because wealth is not given to the cautious. It is claimed by those bold enough to embrace the tension that signals greatness. When your heart is restless and your mind refuses to settle, clarity begins to emerge. It is not loud or flashy. It does not demand attention with drama or spectacle. It whispers, precise and insistent, guiding you toward decisions that matter, toward actions that align with the life you are capable of creating. Clarity is a rare gift because most people are lost in noise, distractions, and indecision. But when you feel it, the sense of purpose, the vision that draws you forward, you recognize that your path is not random. Every choice, every step, every moment of focus is building towards something far greater than what you see in the mirror today. Clarity transforms chaos into direction. It turns vague dreams into concrete goals. It takes the restless energy inside you, the hunger, the tension, the fire of discomfort, and channels it with precision so that every action has weight, every decision matters, every day counts. Science shows that people who define their vision with specificity are far more likely to achieve their goals. Your mind, when aligned with clarity, becomes a magnet for opportunities, for insights, for solutions that once seemed invisible. You start to see the patterns in life, the hidden paths others miss, the signs that confirm you are moving forward. When clarity takes root, indecision loses its power. Fear of failure becomes manageable because you know exactly what you are moving toward. You see not just the next step, but the path unfolding beyond it. Every choice becomes an investment in your vision, a deliberate move toward the life you are building. You begin to understand that wealth, true wealth, is not accidental. It is the result of consistent, purposeful action, guided by a vision so vivid it shapes your every thought and decision. The people who achieve remarkable success are not the luckiest or the most talented. They are the ones who see clearly, act deliberately, and refuse to be derailed by uncertainty. Feel the power of this clarity now. Sense the difference it makes when your energy is no longer scattered, when your goals are not abstract ideas but precise targets that your mind and body recognize as vital. This is why some people drift through life, frustrated and unfulfilled, while others move with unstoppable momentum. Clarity creates focus. Focus creates mastery. And mastery draws opportunity. It aligns your inner world with the outer world in a way that makes achievement inevitable because every action begins to serve a larger purpose. Your vision is not distant or unreachable. It is already forming in your mind, waiting for your acknowledgement and commitment. Every small decision you make, every habit you cultivate, every effort to deepen understanding and sharpen insight brings you closer. Wealth begins here, in the mind, in the clarity that allows you to navigate the complexity of life with confidence and determination. When you can see the path clearly, when you can sense the steps that matter most, the journey becomes less about struggle and more about deliberate creation. This is your power, the ability to focus, to align your energy with purpose, to let your vision guide your actions. It separates those who dream from those who achieve. It allows you to act decisively when others hesitate, to move courageously when others doubt, to transform potential into reality. Clarity is not a passive gift. It's a signal, a sign, and a call to action. The clearer you see, the stronger you become. The more your vision defines your steps, the more unstoppable your journey toward wealth becomes. Clarity is powerful, but it is curiosity that transforms clarity into action. It is the restless questioning, the constant probing, the refusal to accept the surface of things that separates those who remain stagnant from those who rise. Curiosity is the engine that drives learning, the spark that turns ideas into innovation, and the force that keeps your mind alive to opportunities others overlook. When you are genuinely curious, every obstacle becomes a puzzle to solve. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every moment becomes a chance to grow. This is why the wealthiest and most influential people never stop asking, exploring, and experimenting. They have trained their minds to see beyond what is obvious, to discover what is hidden, and to act decisively on what they uncover. The curious mind refuses to accept limitation. It is always searching for a better method, a smarter strategy, a new perspective. When you cultivate this mindset, you begin to notice patterns, trends, and possibilities that others fail to see. Your attention sharpens, your decisions gain precision, and your ability to adapt grows exponentially. Science shows that curiosity strengthens neural pathways, enhances problem-solving skills, and increases resilience. When you are curious, your brain is constantly preparing itself for growth, training you to navigate complexity with confidence, to seize opportunities before they appear obvious, and to transform challenges into stepping stones. Curiosity is not passive. It requires action. It demands that you engage, explore, and push boundaries. The moment you stop asking questions, the moment you assume you already know enough, your growth slows, your potential diminishes, and the path toward wealth narrows. But when you embrace curiosity, every day becomes a classroom, every interaction a source of insight, every challenge an invitation to expand your capacity. This is why those who remain relentlessly curious continue to rise long after others have plateaued. They have learned that knowledge alone is not enough, but knowledge combined with exploration and application is unstoppable. Feel the pull of curiosity inside you now. Sense the energy it creates, the way it sparks excitement in your mind, the way it motivates you to push beyond fear, hesitation, and doubt. That energy is a signal. It tells you that you are not content with mediocrity, that your vision is alive, that your potential is waiting to be unlocked. Every question you ask, every new skill you pursue, every unfamiliar path you explore strengthens your alignment with the life you are destined to create. Curiosity is the bridge between vision and achievement, between hunger and mastery, between potential and reality. Do not underestimate the power of curiosity in shaping your destiny. It fuels resilience, sharpens insight, and cultivates the ability to act decisively when others hesitate. It opens doors to opportunity, draws mentors and allies, and generates momentum that builds on itself. Each moment you lean into curiosity, you reinforce the mindset of someone who refuses to settle, someone who sees possibility where others see limits, someone who is already walking the path toward wealth even before it fully manifests. This is the force that keeps you moving when clarity has shown the way, that energizes your action when hunger drives you forward, that turns restlessness into progress. Curiosity is not just a trait. It is a signal, a sign, and a tool. When you harness it, you are no longer merely waiting for opportunity to appear. You are actively seeking it, creating it, and transforming it into the life you deserve. The more curious you are, the more unstoppable your journey becomes, because curiosity ensures that your mind, your heart, and your actions are always aligned with growth, with discovery, and with the wealth that is already seeking you. Curiosity propels you forward, but resilience is what ensures you keep moving when the world pushes back. Every person destined for wealth will face rejection, failure, and doubt. It is inevitable. The difference between those who rise and those who give up lies not in talent, not in luck, but in the ability to endure. Resilience is a quiet strength that allows you to absorb setbacks, learn from them, and continue without losing momentum. It is the muscle that grows stronger each time you refuse to let obstacles define you. Feel it now, the resistance, the criticism, the moments when doors close or opportunities vanish. Most people stop there. They retreat, shrink, and accept defeat. But you, by recognizing the signs, are already stepping into a different mindset. Every rejection you face is a mirror, showing where you can improve, where you can adapt, and where your determination can deepen. The pain of failure is temporary. The lessons it teaches, the habits it forms, and the mental toughness it builds are permanent. Those who persist do not merely survive adversity. They convert it into leverage, into momentum, into power. Psychology shows that resilience is not a trait you are born with. It is a skill you develop through experience, through reflection, and through deliberate action. Every time you face disappointment and keep moving, you strengthen neural pathways that make you more confident, more decisive, and more capable of navigating challenges. Your mind begins to see obstacles as temporary, as solvable, as stepping stones rather than walls. Your heart begins to trust itself, knowing that persistence always yields growth. Every moment you refuse to quit reinforces the truth. You are capable of more than you believed, stronger than you imagined, and closer to the life you are building than yesterday. Imagine the power of resilience in motion. It allows you to confront uncertainty with courage, to continue when others give up, and to turn setbacks into preparation for breakthroughs. It transforms fear into focus, hesitation into action, and struggle into proof that you are moving in the right direction. Every challenge you endure is a signal that you are exactly where you need to be. Wealth is rarely handed to those who wait patiently or avoid discomfort. It comes to those who endure, who rise after every fall, and who refuse to allow external circumstances to dictate their destiny. Notice how every failure you faced, every rejection you've endured, every moment of doubt and disappointment has shaped you. Those experiences have sharpened your instincts, strengthened your resolve, and prepared you for opportunities that others will never recognize. This is the power of resilience. It transforms the weight of adversity into a force that propels you forward. The life you desire, the wealth you are capable of creating is built on the foundation of endurance. Without it, potential remains dormant. With it, impossible becomes inevitable. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about using pain as fuel. It is about learning to trust yourself, to trust the process, and to trust that every obstacle is an invitation to grow stronger. Each time you rise after a setback, you are signaling to yourself and to the world that you are on a path that cannot be stopped. The signs of wealth are not just opportunities and insights. They are your capacity to persist, to endure, and to rise. Every challenge you face, every rejection you absorb, and every moment you continue despite fear proves that you are already moving closer to the life you are meant to claim. Resilience strengthens you, but gratitude transforms the way you experience every step of your journey. It is easy to focus only on what is missing, on what hasn't happened yet, on the goals that still feel out of reach. Most people live in a constant state of longing, their minds fixated on scarcity, comparison, and what they lack. But when you cultivate gratitude, you shift your perspective. You begin to recognize the abundance already present in your life, the progress you have made, the lessons you have learned, and the strength you have gained. Gratitude does not make challenges disappear, but it changes the way you approach them. It turns obstacles into opportunities, pressure into clarity, and struggle into fuel. Feel it now, the quiet power of appreciating what is already yours. Every skill you have acquired, every small victory you have achieved, every lesson earned through adversity is a sign that you are progressing, even when the path seems uncertain. When you acknowledge the value of what you already possess, your mind stops resisting the journey and starts collaborating with it. Gratitude rewires your thinking, strengthens resilience, and enhances focus. Studies show that people who practice gratitude consistently experience higher levels of motivation, better problem solving, and a stronger sense of purpose. It prepares your mind to receive more because you are no longer waiting for fulfillment outside yourself. You are already experiencing it within. Gratitude is not complacency. It does not mean you settle or stop striving. On the contrary, it amplifies drive. When you recognize how far you have come, you gain the confidence to take the next step. When you see the resources, skills, and opportunities already within your reach, you are motivated to act boldly. Every moment spent appreciating progress becomes a stepping stone to accelerated growth. Wealth, in its truest sense, begins not with accumulation, but with acknowledgement, recognizing value, honoring effort, and cultivating the mindset that attracts more of what you desire. Picture this, a mind trained to notice abundance, a heart aligned with purpose, and a spirit that refuses to ignore the good that already exists. This combination generates an energy that attracts opportunities, relationships, and insights that others miss. Gratitude heightens awareness, opens perception, and strengthens the ability to take decisive action when the moment demands it. It transforms patience into power, endurance into confidence, and daily effort into a momentum that compounds silently yet irresistibly. Those who cultivate gratitude walk through life with clarity, courage, and the subtle authority of someone who understands the value of both the journey and the destination. Every challenge you have faced, every obstacle you have endured, every moment you have persisted despite fear or doubt is already a testament to your capacity to achieve. Gratitude allows you to see that clearly, to feel it deeply, and to use it as fuel for what lies ahead. By embracing appreciation for progress, for resources, and for the small victories, you create a foundation of psychological strength that attracts wealth in every form. Your mindset becomes fertile ground where opportunity takes root, growth accelerates, and potential transforms into reality. Gratitude shifts the game entirely. It changes hunger into focus, struggle into learning, and ambition into a positive force that propels you forward without anxiety or self-doubt. The signs of wealth are not just visible in results. They are evident in your ability to recognize value, to celebrate effort, and to remain motivated while honoring what you have already achieved. When you live with gratitude, you unlock the power to attract, create, and expand because your mind is now aligned with abundance, your heart with purpose, and your actions with unstoppable momentum. Gratitude fuels your mindset, but action is what transforms potential into reality. Every insight, every spark of clarity, every lesson learned remains meaningless until it is translated into deliberate movement. Knowledge without action is a promise unfulfilled, a dream deferred, a life half-lived. The mind may understand what must be done, the heart may feel the urgency, but only through action does transformation occur. Each choice to move forward, to take the first step, to push past hesitation, becomes a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, ready to grow, ready to claim what you are capable of creating. Feel the energy of action coursing through your body now, that tension you have carried, that hunger you have felt, that restlessness that has kept you awake with possibility. They are all waiting for motion. When you act, you break inertia. You turn vision into reality, curiosity into mastery, and resilience into measurable progress. The psychological truth is simple. The brain rewards movement. Every step you take towards your goals strengthens neural pathways associated with success, increases confidence, and builds momentum that compounds over time. Inaction, no matter how noble the intention, breeds doubt and stagnation. Action converts energy into results and transforms potential into achievement. Notice how small, consistent steps accumulate. One decision to do what matters, even when it feels uncomfortable, triggers another. Every moment you prioritize effort over ease, execution over hesitation, and courage over fear, your life begins to shift. The signs of wealth you have already noticed, the hunger, the curiosity, the clarity, the resilience, are now ready to be activated. They are calling for response, for engagement, for movement. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not is not opportunity alone, nor intelligence, nor talent. It is the willingness to act when most would wait, to take responsibility for your own progress and to persist relentlessly until results manifest. Action is both proof and momentum. It proves to yourself that you are capable, that you are committed, and that you are worthy of the life you envision. It generates momentum because movement breeds movement. The longer you hesitate, the further you drift from the path you are meant to walk. The faster you act, the sooner opportunity finds you, aligns with you, and rewards you. Every decision to execute, every moment of courage and movement reinforces your alignment with abundance. Each step signals to your mind, body, and environment that you are no longer waiting for life to hand you success. You are claiming it with intention and determination. Action transforms uncertainty into control, fear into clarity, and intention into measurable results. It bridges the gap between hunger and fulfillment, curiosity and mastery, resilience and reward. The life you are building, the wealth you are moving toward, is a direct result of the steps you take consistently, deliberately, and courageously. Every hesitation resisted, every choice made, every risk embraced strengthens your trajectory. The signs you are seeing are not passive. They are invitations to act, to move decisively and to shape a future that reflects your true potential. Feel the power within you now, the ability to act, to take control, and to convert insight into results. This is where dreams become reality, where vision becomes achievement, where wealth, true wealth in every sense, emerges as the natural consequence of persistent, deliberate, and courageous action. Your path is waiting. The momentum is within you. The time to move is now. Action propels you forward, but the company you keep shapes the trajectory of your journey. The people around you influence your thoughts, your habits, and ultimately, the life you create. Energy is contagious. Mindsets are infectious. The environment you immerse yourself in will either lift you toward growth or hold you back in mediocrity. Those who are destined for wealth instinctively surround themselves with people who challenge them, inspire them, and reflect the level of achievement they are striving for. Your network is not just social, it is strategic. It is the invisible scaffolding that supports your progress, sharpens your thinking, and expands your vision of what is possible. Feel the weight of this truth. If your environment does not push you, elevate you, or demand more from you, it is silently limiting your potential. Every conversation, every interaction, every influence either propels you toward your goals or subtly diverts your energy elsewhere. The brain mirrors what it observes. The mind internalizes attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs from those we spend the most time with. Surround yourself with individuals who dream, act, and achieve, and you will find your own ambitions amplified. Align with those who are committed to growth, and you will unconsciously raise your standards, deepen your focus, and accelerate your progress. The psychology is undeniable. Studies show that social networks account for a significant portion of success outcomes. Being close to motivated, skilled, and driven individuals rewires your perception of what is normal, what is achievable, and what is required to reach higher levels. When you consistently interact with those who demand excellence, your mind absorbs their habits, their resilience, their strategies. Every meeting, every conversation, every shared moment becomes a lesson, an opportunity, a signal to elevate your own life. Those who ignore this truth drift unchallenged toward average results, while those who strategically cultivate influence build unstoppable momentum. Notice how subtle influence works. It is not just about advice or guidance. It is about energy, standards, and expectation. Being around people who aim high normalizes striving, resilience, and courage. It makes your vision tangible. It creates accountability without pressure. It reinforces the behaviors, attitudes, and disciplines that generate wealth. Even when you feel uncertain, discouraged, or unready, your environment can either be a mirror reflecting possibility or a cage reinforcing limitations. Every choice about who you spend your time with is a decision about the life you will create. This is your opportunity to evaluate, to act deliberately, and to align with influence that accelerates growth. Seek those who challenge your thinking, inspire your action, and validate your hunger for more. Step away from relationships and environments that drain, distract, or diminish your potential. Wealth is not built in isolation, but neither is it built in complacency. It is cultivated in spaces that demand excellence, reward effort, and reflect the level of success you are capable of achieving. Feel the responsibility of this moment. The people around you are not just companions, they are catalysts. Each interaction can strengthen your trajectory. Each association can shape your mindset. Each connection can open doors that were previously invisible. Choose wisely, align strategically. Surround yourself with those who see the possibility you see, who act with the determination you embody, and who elevate the energy, focus, and ambition inside you. Your environment is a silent architect of your future, and the signs you are noticing are calling you to curate it intentionally. Because the life you are building demands it. The people around you shape your trajectory, but mastery over money defines your freedom to act on that trajectory. True wealth begins with control, understanding, and respect for the resources that allow you to move boldly, to create opportunity, and to build influence. Money is not just a tool. It is a measure of your ability to execute, to sustain your vision, and to invest in yourself and the people, projects, and ideas that matter most. Those who are on the path to wealth recognize this early. They understand that knowledge without management is wasted, and potential without financial literacy is fragile. Feel the power of financial awareness now. The choices you make, the habits you cultivate, and the decisions you take around money shape not only your present, but your future. Budgeting, saving, investing, and valuing every resource are not mundane chores. They are exercises in empowerment. Every dollar allocated with intention strengthens your capacity to take risks, to act decisively and to seize opportunity without hesitation. Psychology proves that control over resources reduces stress, enhances confidence, and heightens the ability to think strategically. When you master your finances, you are no longer subject to circumstance. You become the architect of your own life. Notice how wealth begins to flow when you act with intention. Small, disciplined actions, tracking your spending, understanding the mechanics of investing, seeking education and financial strategy, compound over time. They create a framework that allows you to take bold steps because fear of scarcity no longer dictates your choices. Every act of financial mastery reinforces self-discipline, sharpens focus, and builds the confidence necessary to scale your ambitions. Control over money is not about hoarding. It is about harnessing power to fuel growth, opportunity, and influence. Every person who achieves extraordinary wealth understands that financial literacy is a non-negotiable. It allows them to convert vision into action, curiosity into opportunity, and resilience into leverage. The wealth you are pursuing is not accidental. It is structured, deliberate, and intentional. When you take control over your resources, you are no longer a passenger in life. You are a driver, steering your journey with precision, intelligence, and courage. The signs you have been noticing, the hunger, the clarity, the curiosity, the persistence, are amplified when paired with mastery over money. One without the other is incomplete. Visualize the freedom that comes from financial competence, the ability to pursue ideas without fear, to invest in growth without hesitation, to create impact without limitation. Every step you take toward understanding and controlling your resources strengthens the foundation upon which your wealth will be built. Your mind becomes sharper, your confidence grows, and your capacity to navigate challenges multiplies. Money becomes a tool, not a constraint, a vehicle for influence and achievement rather than a source of worry or limitation. Feel this now: every disciplined choice, every step toward understanding, every action to manage, invest, and leverage your resources aligns you with the life you are destined to create. Wealth is not a mystery or a stroke of luck. It is a skill, a mindset, and a practice. When you take responsibility for your financial life, you signal to yourself, your environment, and the universe that you are ready to act decisively, ready to rise beyond scarcity, ready to step fully into the path of abundance that has been signaling to you all along. Mastery over money is not just a skill. It is a declaration. You are in control. You are capable, and your future is yours to shape. Mastery over money gives you freedom, but seeing beyond yourself gives your life purpose and amplifies the impact of every step you take. True wealth is never just personal. It is measured by the ability to contribute, to elevate others, and to create influence that extends far beyond individual gain. When you align your ambition with service, with impact, and with vision that reaches beyond your immediate desires, you activate a force far more powerful than effort alone. Purpose transforms ambition into a mission, challenges into opportunities, and potential into legacy. Those who see opportunity beyond themselves are not only destined for wealth, they are destined for significance. Feel the energy of purpose now, the hunger inside you, the clarity you have cultivated, the resilience and action you have practiced. They are not solely for your own advancement. Every skill you sharpen, every obstacle you overcome, every lesson you learn becomes a tool to create value for others, to inspire growth, and to build influence. Psychology demonstrates that people who pursue goals larger than themselves experience higher motivation, increased perseverance, and a stronger sense of fulfillment. Contribution amplifies personal power because it connects your efforts to something greater, something enduring, and something that cannot be taken away. Notice how vision beyond self reshapes your perspective. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now become meaningful tests of character. Decisions that seem purely transactional now become strategic steps toward impact. The mind begins to recognize that wealth achieved in isolation is limited, while wealth aligned with purpose multiplies exponentially. Every action guided by service, innovation, or leadership creates ripple effects that extend far beyond the individual. When your ambitions serve a higher purpose, your influence grows, your opportunities expand, and your capacity to create value, both for yourself and for the world, becomes unstoppable. This alignment with purpose also fuels resilience, motivation, and courage. The moment you begin to see the broader impact of your efforts, fear diminishes and persistence strengthens. Setbacks become less about personal failure and more about lessons in service, growth, and preparation. Every challenge you face, every rejection you endure, every moment of uncertainty becomes a stepping stone toward a life that matters, not only in wealth, but in significance. Wealth without purpose is temporary. Wealth with purpose is enduring. It is a force that compounds, a legacy that cannot be ignored, and a signal to the universe that you are ready to create impact on a scale beyond what most even imagine. Feel the responsibility and the opportunity in this truth. Your vision is not just for you. It is a vehicle for influence, for leadership, and for contribution. Every action, every investment, every decision, every choice of energy now carries a weight far greater than your individual ambition. By aligning your wealth with purpose, you amplify the momentum you have already built, transforming effort into legacy, action into influence, and success into significance. The signs you have been seeing, the hunger, clarity, curiosity, resilience, financial mastery, and the company you keep, are now converging into a force that is not only building your wealth, but preparing you to elevate others, to shape environments, and to leave a mark that outlasts you. Feel it now, the alignment of ambition with service, of mastery with purpose, of action with impact. This is the sign of true wealth. The life you are building, the path you are walking is no longer just about what you gain. It is about what you give, what you create, and what you inspire. When your vision extends beyond yourself, every challenge becomes meaningful. Every victory multiplies, and every step forward becomes a declaration. You are not only on the path to wealth, but you are on the path to significance, influence, and lasting impact. Purpose fuels impact, but persistence is the force that transforms vision into reality. Every person who has achieved extraordinary success has faced countless obstacles, setbacks, and moments where giving up would have been easier. What separates those who rise from those who fall is the refusal to quit, the relentless commitment to keep moving forward even when the outcome is uncertain, even when the path feels impossible. Persistence is the invisible engine behind progress. It is the muscle that turns hunger into accomplishment, clarity into execution, and vision into tangible results. Feel the power of persistence now. Every moment you have resisted doubt, every decision to act despite fear, every time you continued when most would stop. These are not coincidences. They are markers of someone who is wired for achievement, someone whose mind and spirit are building the capacity to overcome, adapt, and succeed on a scale that others cannot imagine. The challenges you face are not signals to quit. They are tests of endurance, proof that your commitment is being forged into unshakable strength. Psychology confirms that persistence rewires the brain for long-term success, enhancing problem-solving, resilience, and self-efficacy. Each effort compounds, each step forward reinforces belief, and every act of courage strengthens momentum toward the life you are destined to create. Notice how persistence transforms struggle into preparation. Every obstacle, every failure, every moment of frustration becomes a teacher, a guide, and a catalyst for growth. The mind begins to recognize that temporary discomfort is the price of lasting achievement. Fear no longer dictates decisions. Doubt no longer paralyzes. The path becomes clear not because it is easy, but because each act of persistence builds the capacity to endure, adapt, and innovate. The life you are building, the wealth you are moving toward, is being shaped by your willingness to persist when others surrender, to act when others hesitate, and to rise when others fall. Persistence is also contagious. When your actions demonstrate unwavering commitment, your environment, relationships, and opportunities begin to align. Doors open that once seemed sealed. Mentors, allies, and resources appear when your energy signals readiness. Momentum accelerates because consistent effort communicates readiness to the universe, readiness to receive, and readiness to grow. The signs of wealth you have been noticing, the hunger, clarity, curiosity, resilience, financial mastery, strategic company, and purpose beyond self, are all amplified by persistent action. Each step forward, no matter how small, compounds into progress that cannot be ignored. Feel the energy of this truth. Persistence is not merely stubbornness, it is intentional, discipline, and strategic endurance. It is the conscious choice to continue when comfort tempts, when fear pressures, and when uncertainty looms. The life you are building demands this level of commitment. The wealth you are moving toward requires it. Every step you refuse to abandon, every action you take despite obstacles, is a declaration that you are aligned with your potential, that you are actively shaping your destiny, and that the signs you have been seeing are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Persistence turns possibility into reality. It transforms knowledge into achievement, effort into momentum, and vision into life-changing results. Every challenge you meet with determination strengthens the trajectory of your journey. Every setback overcome becomes proof that you are unstoppable. This is the power of persistence, the force that ensures that hunger, clarity, curiosity, resilience, purpose, and mastery over resources are not just traits you recognize, but active tools that propel you forward toward the wealth, freedom, and impact you are destined to claim. Persistence drives progress, but focus is the force that ensures your efforts hit their mark. Energy without direction, action without clarity, and persistence without alignment can dissipate into frustration, leaving ambition unfulfilled. Focus is the ability to direct your attention, your energy, and your action toward the priorities that truly matter. It is the lens through which you see opportunity, the filter that protects your time, and the tool that transforms potential into measurable results. Those who achieve extraordinary wealth understand that focus is not optional, it is essential. Feel the power of focus now. Every distraction resisted, every moment devoted to what matters, and every choice to prioritize purpose over convenience strengthens your trajectory. Focus allows you to cut through noise, to see what others overlook, and to act decisively on opportunities that align with your vision. Neuroscience shows that sustained attention not only improves performance, but rewires the brain for higher efficiency, better decision-making, and greater problem-solving ability. The more you practice focus, the more your mind becomes a precision instrument, capable of transforming persistence, action, and purpose into tangible, accelerating results. Notice how focus amplifies every other quality you have developed. Hunger becomes directed, clarity becomes actionable, curiosity uncovers the right questions to ask, resilience becomes efficient, mastery over money is applied strategically, relationships and environment are leveraged effectively, purpose transforms into impact, persistence compounds. Each of these forces, when paired with unwavering focus, converges into momentum that cannot be stopped. Focus creates alignment between intention and action, allowing your energy to produce results rather than scatter into effort that yields little return. Every time you choose to concentrate on what truly matters, you are training your mind to see the signals of opportunity clearly. Distractions fade, urgency sharpens. Your decisions become intentional rather than reactive. You begin to recognize which actions generate leverage and which do not. Focus becomes a form of discipline, a form of self-respect, and a form of strategic power. It transforms overwhelm into clarity, doubt into confidence, and potential into measurable achievement. Wealth is rarely a matter of doing more. It is a matter of doing what matters with unrelenting attention. Feel the intensity of this truth. Focus is your multiplier. It takes the foundation you have built, the hunger, clarity, curiosity, resilience, mastery, environment, purpose, and persistence, and amplifies every effect. With focus, your decisions carry weight, your actions gain speed, and your trajectory accelerates beyond what you once imagined. It is the bridge between preparation and execution, between potential and reality, between ambition and achievement. Without focus, progress is haphazard. With focus, success becomes inevitable, because every choice, every effort, and every moment is aligned with the life you are destined to create. Your path to wealth demands this level of concentrated energy, every distraction ignored, every deliberate choice made, and every action executed with clarity brings you closer to your vision. Focus is not merely attention, it is intention made visible. It ensures that your hunger transforms into mastery, your resilience transforms into breakthrough, and your purpose transforms into lasting influence. The signs you have been seeing, the fire within, the clarity of vision, the curiosity, the resilience, the mastery, the environment, the purpose, the persistence, are all converging now. Focus is the force that unites them, the engine that channels them, and the power that ensures your journey toward wealth is unstoppable. Focus channels your energy, but adaptability ensures that your momentum never stalls. Life is unpredictable. Circumstances shift. Challenges emerge and opportunities often come in forms you did not expect. Those who succeed are not rigid. They are fluid. They recognize that the path to wealth is not a straight line. It requires the ability to pivot, to adjust strategy without losing vision, and to respond to obstacles with creativity instead of frustration. Adaptability is the bridge between persistence and results, the skill that converts setbacks into stepping stones, and the mindset that ensures no challenge can derail your progress. Feel the strength of adaptability within you. Every time you have adjusted to change, embraced uncertainty, or redefined your approach in the face of difficulty, you are building this muscle. It is a silent engine that allows your hunger, clarity, curiosity, resilience, focus, and persistence to remain effective even when the environment shifts. Psychology confirms that people who cultivate adaptability exhibit higher problem-solving abilities, greater emotional intelligence, and enhanced resilience under pressure. Flexibility does not dilute your ambition, it sharpens it, allowing you to navigate complexity while staying aligned with your ultimate goals. Notice how adaptability amplifies opportunity. When circumstances shift, the flexible mind sees openings where others see obstacles. Challenges that could stop most people become invitations for innovation, experimentation, and growth. The market changes, technology evolves, and situations arise that demand new approaches. Those who remain rigid watch opportunity pass by. Those who adapt thrive. Every adjustment, every recalibration, and every moment of strategic flexibility compounds your momentum, ensuring that your path to wealth continues even when the terrain becomes uncertain or unfamiliar. Every act of adaptability is a declaration of control. It says that you are not at the mercy of circumstance, that external conditions cannot dictate your progress, and that your vision is bigger than temporary setbacks. The signs you have been noticing, the fire within, clarity of purpose, curiosity, resilience, financial mastery, strategic relationships, contribution beyond self, persistence, and focused energy are all activated more powerfully when coupled with flexibility. Adaptability ensures that none of these forces are wasted, that every quality you have cultivated remains effective, and that you continue moving forward with unstoppable momentum. Feel the confidence that comes from knowing you can adjust without losing direction. Each pivot, each recalibration, each thoughtful response to change is a demonstration of mastery over your life and circumstances. It transforms fear of the unknown into a tool for innovation and uncertainty into an opportunity for growth. Adaptability allows you to see that the path to wealth is not a rigid ladder, but a dynamic journey. Every detour, every challenge, and every unplanned moment becomes a chance to practice resourcefulness, creativity, and strategic thinking, all qualities that amplify your progress and elevate your potential. This is your power, the ability to remain unwavering in vision while fluid in approach, to maintain relentless momentum while responding intelligently to change, and to turn every obstacle into an opportunity for expansion. Adaptability ensures that every step you take builds on the last, that every challenge strengthens your trajectory, and that every sign of progress is magnified by your capacity to respond, adjust, and thrive. The life you are creating, the wealth you are moving toward, is not just a destination. It is a dynamic journey, and adaptability is the force that guarantees you remain on course no matter what life throws your way.